stories from Reddit Part 1. Our confessions. We are swingers and yet husband cheated on me, so I divorced him. You man on La Dominante 9718. We have been married for 7 years and been in the lifestyle for almost 6 years. We had one simple rule that we always meet others and play together. We played with many women and swinged with more couple that we can count, but he's still cheating on me. I just don't get why you cheat when you can tell me and we all play with her. I couldn't take it, so I divorced him. I love my dog more than my 5-year-old daughter. Deleted. I thought it was PPD at first, but my doctor never diagnosed me with PPD. I just wish I had PPD so I had an excuse to hate my daughter, but honestly I'm a very content person. I just don't like my daughter or kids in general. I had a child because in my community we have to get married and have at least one child or else we would get ostracized from our families. At least my parents and my husband mostly take care of my daughter. I love my dog more than my daughter. Maybe it's because I've had my dog longer. Maybe it's because my dog doesn't annoy me. She's just an amazing dog. Words can't even describe. I'm much more happier when I'm around my dog than my daughter. My love for my dog is truly unconditional, but I can't say the same for my daughter. I regret losing my virginity to a threesome. You Yamanside 5718. I female 20 lost my virginity to 2 men, a straight male and my gay friend. I feel deep shame and disgust for having done this. I'm not sure why I went through with it. Perhaps it was the many drinks I had or the persuasion I was put through. I have always been afraid to have sex. There were many times where I could have lost it, but I always freaking back out last second. At some point, I decided that I wanted to wait for the one and lose my virginity to them. However, I always felt a pressure, like there was a ticking clock that at my age I should have lost my virginity already. So there was a side of me that felt I should just some stranger and get it over with. Last night I went out with Philip, gay friend, as we hadn't had one-on-one time for quite a while. We went clubbing and drunk more than we should have. Philip knew about my relationship with sex and decided to help me lose it. At the end of the night, we stood outside the closed nightclub and I was approached by Sam, straight male, and his friend. These people were strangers to us, and Philip had started to tell me this guy is the one. I kept shrugging off his comments, but he persistently kept saying how hot Sam is and how he wishes he could fuck him. Sam is so into you. You have to fuck him tonight. I did begin to consider the possibility. Philip convinced Sam to invite us over to his place to have more alcohol. We sat at the stairwell outside of his flat since Sam had flatmates and didn't want to wake them. At this point, I had given up on the idea and I thought Philip did too. That's when he decided to invite Sam and I over to his place. The conversation I had with Philip is blurry now, but I pretty much started asking what he was planning to do. He didn't say much and just said that I was staying over at his place, so I must come. He seemed worried about my drunken state as I struggled to walk from all the alcohol. I kind of thought that either he would try get me to sleep with Sam or that he himself would try get with Sam since he found him so hot. When we arrived to Philip's place, that was when he told me that he wanted to be included in a threesome. Admittedly, I didn't know what to feel, and I mainly thought that he would also get fucked by Sam if he is down to do so. I remained open to the idea. I thought, fuck it, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Plus, I could finally overcome my fear. Philip first had to talk to Sam about it, so I gave them time and Philip then told me that Sam agreed. At this point, I thought, shit, this is for real right now. I started to freak out and tried to tell Philip that I'm too scared to do it. For some reason, I thought there would be no threesome since Sam didn't look interested in Philip. Philip kept persuading me to do it. I entered the bedroom where Sam was waiting, and I thought to find my phone and try get myself out of the situation and order a cab. That's when I realized that I had lost my phone somewhere. I told the two of them that I was going to go look for my phone and that we had to go back to check Sam's place as well. Both of them kept telling me to relax and that they weren't going anywhere just yet and that I should join them instead. I sat on the bed to process my situation, and that's when I was pulled in and one thing led to the other. I guess when I was undressed, I thought to myself that this is probably that time I just get it over with it. The sooner it's done, the faster I get to finding my phone. And of course I would be finally losing my virginity. It's what I always wanted, right? So the answer is no, it wasn't great. I wasn't turned on and wet. Kept thinking to myself that I should have lost it to someone meaningful to me. I was kind of just waiting for it to get good at some point. The part that haunts me the most is that my gay friend decided to put his dick in me. I was silent. I was silently freaking out. I didn't know how to say no. We were at his place. He pretty excluded from the action. It was more of a voyeur situation for Philip, as Sam didn't want to actually do anything with him, and for some stupid reason I felt like I had to be nice and include him somehow even though I really didn't want him to. He barely f***ed me though, as he couldn't keep his dick in, but he kept trying. I feel so upset now. Not only for my friend to have tried f***ing me, but also for the reason that I listened to him and did the threesome. I feel it's probably not fair to be putting this all on him, as it is also my fault for having not said anything. I just wish I could erase that memory. Last note at the moment, I'm afraid my group of friends will find out. I don't trust Philip to keep this information to himself. It doesn't help that our friend is his flatmate and they are close. I feel paranoid about who knows this and who may be judging me. I am a very private person when it comes to these kind of things, so much so that I begged him not to mention it to his flatmate and threatened our friendship in the process. The flatmate heard us that night, and of course it raises a question of why there's a girl moaning in their gay best friend's bedroom.